Welcome back. This is AUB's Innovation Park on Virgin Radio. My name is Arthur, the co-founder and the CEO of Lemonade Fashion and the entrepreneur in residence of AUB's Innovation Park. The reason why we're doing this show every single week, week in and week out, is because we believe every single one of you has what it takes to become a successful entrepreneur, to build your business, to turn your crazy ideas into successful endeavors. Today's guest is actually a very close friend of mine. He is an entrepreneur himself, but also one of the investors at Lemonade Fashion. So I love him a lot. His name is Rayan Antonios. Rayan, before we get started, thank you for your money. This is still not your turn to talk, so let me finish. Let me finish, please, Rayan. Okay, so Rayan is also the co-founder of Cosmopoints. It's an amazing tech startup that is revolutionizing loyalty programs. Okay, it's Cosmopoints. See, it's because of you, because you put a lot of pressure on me. It's Cosmopoints. So Rayan is the founder of Cosmopoints. He is a big supporter of everything that we're doing as well at AUB's Innovation Park. Make sure to tune in for the rest of the show. This is brought to you by the Talal al-Madi Zein AUB Innovation Park. This is AUB's Innovation Park on Virgin Radio. My name is Arthur. We have with us Rayan Antonios from Cosmopoints and also investor in Lemonade Fashion and investor in so many other things. So Rayan, welcome to our lovely show today.
Thank you, Arthur. Thank you for having me.
So Rayan, before we get started about the whole investor thing and so on, can you tell us a bit about Cosmopoints?
For sure. So essentially, people earn multiple points across a bunch of loyalty programs. When you travel, you earn miles. When you sit in a hotel, you earn hotel points. These points have value, and we're allowing you to exchange them from one platform to the other. Similar how you can exchange your dollars and travel to Europe into euros, we're doing the same, just essentially in points.
That is so cool. So what are some of the industries that you're currently working with?
So mainly, we all travel. Whenever we travel, these are big tickets, so we earn a good amount of points. Hotel is another big industry, and most importantly, banks. Today, most people choose their banks based on their cards and the rewards they get from spending those cards. So these are mainly the three types of industries we're after and the clients that we're actively working with.
That is so cool, but how do we pick our banks now?
So that's a great question.
We should get a bank to sponsor this show next time.
Well, there's plenty of fintechs out there who are more friendly than your traditional banks when it comes to spending and understanding where you want to spend and the rewards. So consider some good startups out there who are trying to, disrupt the space, offering good payment ways or.
Okay, we're not actually going to promote the banks, but I'm kidding.
I'm promoting the founders.
Okay. So Rayan, thank you so much for being here. And what I love about Rayan, everyone, is that he is a serial entrepreneur. It's not his first venture. He is an investor in so many projects. So we're going to talk about all of that after some Katy Perry, Taylor Swift, and Ariana Grande. All right. This is Innovation Park on Virgin Radio. My name's Arthur. We have with us a very good friend of mine, which is Rayan Antonios. Rayan is a serial entrepreneur, and you're the founder of Cosmopoints, but you were also the founder of multiple other projects. Rayan, how did you start your journey as an entrepreneur?
So I started as a consultant. Just because consultancy was so important at AUB. And then I quickly realized that the ceiling working in a corporate world was a bit too low for me. So I decided to venture into my first startup, which was in the fintech space. Having worked with multiple financial institutions, I felt I was the best fit to start up my first company, which is now up and running. And just recently, I've also founded Cosmopoints, which is also a fintech solution that's aiming to disrupt the loyalty space.
But that must have been hard, right? Like going from a very high-paying job with all of the securities, all of the assurances, to being a risk taker, an entrepreneur. So what was that thing that motivated you?
I think the hardest part isn't actually moving into entrepreneurship. It's actually spending about 3 years in it. I think the easy part is actually making the decision. There's a lot of challenges that allow you to learn a lot about yourself. But being able to select who you want to work with and working with very passionate people really makes the job a lot funner to do.
What's your favorite song? You were singing it earlier. Can you sing it a bit for us?
My favorite song, probably something in Arabic.
No, but you were singing something earlier. What was it? This is Innovation Park on Virgin Radio. Rayan, we were talking earlier about your journey.
We were actually singing, Arthur.
We were singing. What are we singing now?
Hot and Cold.
Because you're hot and you're cold, you're you're in and you're out. Okay, it's your turn, but.
Oh, no, those are the only lyrics I know.
No, but you were singing something else earlier. What was it?
Price tag.
And about the money.
It's always about the money.
Yeah.
it's actually not always about the money, right? So entrepreneurship is about finding problems and creating solutions, and along the way, the money starts coming, but you have to be true to your journey. You have to be true to the reason why you started, right? If you're building a business just because you want to make money, I think that's not the right reasons. What do you think, Ryan?
Totally agree. Totally agree. It should be beyond money. Money comes and goes. If you're looking to solve a good problem, then the opportunity of, the impact that you can make in society and whatnot is, the money will eventually follow through.
That is really cool. And Ryan, you're recently engaged. How does that feel?
Feels amazing.
Mabruk.
Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Thank you. Belak, Arthur. You're engaged to Lemonade Fashion. More married to it.
Yeah, I feel like I'm married to it. I have 3 spouses and I have 28 children. And I believe my investors are like in-laws.
Yeah.
So I have like 14, 15 in-laws as well. So it's quite a lot. It's quite a
Wow.
I
lot.
can imagine.
Yeah.
That's a hectic family.
On that note, let's listen to Lemon Tree. We're back on AUB's Innovation Park. My name is Arthur, the co-founder and the CEO of Lemonade Fashion and the entrepreneur in residence of AUB's Innovation Park. So Rayan, we earlier announced that you just got engaged. Do you want to take it back?
We don't have to repeat that.
No, we're not.
لا
we're
ما
not
فينا
take-
نعلق
you
عليها,
don't want
guys.
to. You don't want to
Next
take it
topic,
back.
please. It's not, it's not like dated and related or
fine,
anything, right?
Start your name
So.
again.
This is AUB's Innovation Park. My name is Arthur, the co-founder and the CEO of Lemonade Fashion and the entrepreneur in residence of AUB's Innovation Park. So Rayan, what motivates you not just to become an entrepreneur? Because yes, you are an entrepreneur, you're a serial entrepreneur, but you also invest in founders. What do you usually look for in other founders?
I'll start off by saying I invest in founders because I typically like to share what I've learned in my experience as an entrepreneur, and beyond putting a bit of capital with friends or with people who think alike, being able to connect them with people who have helped me in my past ventures as well. When it comes up to why I invest with specific people, it's typically because they understand the market they're operating in, they've got a good team, and they make it clear to the investor that regardless of what happens in the next couple of years, they're gonna stay committed to solving the problem that they're after. And that commitment really adds the confidence for writing a check or even investing a bit of your time to help out these founders as well.
Yeah. You know what I love is that almost every person that I talk to, they always talk about persistency, right? And then that's one thing that Abdul always tells me. Abdul always tells me that success is always around the corner. You just don't know which corner it is.
Correct.
You're always one step away from actually hitting it big. You just have to keep on going until that day comes. But you don't know when that's going to be. So you just always have to keep on doing your best and surround yourself with the amazing advisors, amazing friends, amazing people that support you in your journey. And you know Abdul quite well as well.
Absolutely, he's spot on.
That's so cool. What are we listening to now, Laura? This is AUB's Innovation Park. My name is Arthur, the co-founder and the CEO of Lemonade Fashion. We have with us Rayan Antonio, serial entrepreneur and investor. Rayan, what is the advice you have to our listeners who would aspire to be like you?
Well, firstly, we shouldn't aspire to be like people. I think we should aspire to have the qualities or values of a lot of people that inspire us on a daily basis. I think in this world, everyone paves their path, and in 10 years, the problems that founders want to solve are very different than what has been solved 10 years back. So I think more like try to adopt the qualities that people inspire you rather than try to imitate how they've gone after the problems and how they've managed their teams and startups as well.
And what are some of those qualities and values that you
So we
look up
touched
to?
point on consistency and being persistent, which I think is very important. I think good founders are good listeners. Being able to take feedback and not being defensive about it is quite important as well. And then lastly, really understanding the market opportunity and the type of business that you're willing to start. Not all companies are startups. You've got companies that can just be businesses, profitable within a month or two. Really understanding the type of business and how you need to adopt your culture based on the growth, the scale that you're willing to achieve as well.
That's awesome. Love that. We had such a good show today. Rayan, thank you for being on AUB's Innovation Park.
Thanks
So
for
we were
having me.
talking a bit about the things that inspire you, the qualities. We talked about persistency. I would add as well honesty, and I would add being authentic and having fun. I think too many people take themselves seriously, but the moment you become true to yourself, I think that's when you start noticing things opening up to you. So Rayan, how do people connect with you?
How do people connect with me? Well, I'm an open book. People can just reach out to me. I typically answer quite actively.
So what are your platforms? LinkedIn,
Yeah,
Instagram?
mainly active on LinkedIn for kind
So
of
that's
more.
Rayan, R-Y-A-N.
No, R-A-Y-A-N.
R-A-Y-A-N.
You still don't know how to pronounce my name, Arthur.
Antonios. It's because I flutter every time I see you, or fluster. What's the word that I'm looking for?
I get flustered.
I get flustered
Yeah.
every time I see you. Distract me,
Oh.
Rayan.
I'm flattered.
It's Rayan. Isn't it Rayan?
It is Rayan.
Why are you
But-
interfering in my
Why are you
relationship
calling
with
him Rayan?
Rayan?
His name
What
is
are you,
Rayan.
his
You know,
fiance?
but
What is
if-
happening?
But if anytime so many people call me Ryan. Certainly the people in the US and in Europe.
So by the way, the cool thing is that Rayan is also an AUBite. So he graduated from AUB,
Yeah.
which is really cool. And now he's supporting the AUB iPark. So for all of you aspiring entrepreneurs, if you want to benefit from Rayan, follow him on LinkedIn, follow him on Instagram, and you can also connect with him through AUB's Innovation Park. I think we just committed him to the program. I know we were going to ask him, but he hadn't confirmed yet, but now he's confirmed. So yeah.
No, it's my pleasure to be in this program, and AUB has done so much to me. It's the least that I can do back.
Is there a song about AUB? No. So let's
Not
listen
yet.
to. What are we listening to? Let's listen to some Beyonce. This was AUB's Innovation Park on Virgin Radio. My name is Arthur, the co-founder and the CEO of Lemonade Fashion and the entrepreneur in residence of AUB's Innovation Park. Today we had Rayan Antonios with us on the show. Rayan is a serial entrepreneur, is a global success story, as well as an investor. So make sure to follow his journey. You can find him on LinkedIn, on Instagram. It's Rayan, R-A-Y-A-N, Antonios, A-N-T-O-N-I-O-S. Make sure to follow him because entrepreneurs like him are really paving the way. You can learn from them, you can connect with them. And the whole reason why we do this show and we invite people like Rayan to come in to this show is actually so they can inspire you and motivate you to do the same thing. He is currently the founder of Cosmopoints, so make sure to check them out. They're doing amazing things in their journey as well. This show is brought to you by the Talal and Madi Zein AUB Innovation Park because AUB wants to make sure that every single person has the opportunity to succeed and to become an entrepreneurship. AUB is way beyond just education. It's about giving you a brighter future. All of the details about our program are on the website. It's aub.edu.lb/iPark or just Google AUB and Innovation Park. As always, I'll see you next week. Have you ever wondered how ideas turn into successful businesses? Do you want to become an entrepreneur but don't know where to get started? Join me, Arthur, this Friday on Virgin Radio Lebanon from 1 to 3 p.m. Join me, Arthur, this Friday on Virgin Radio Stars from 3 to 5 p.m., where I'm chit-chatting with a very good friend of mine, with one of my investors, one of my colleagues. His name is Rayan Antonios, the co-founder and the CEO, actually not the CEO, but the co-founder of Cosmopoints. Rayan, do you want to say hi?
Hi, everyone. Tune in this Friday, and we're looking forward to... I fucked that up.
Hi, this is Rayan. Tune in.
All right. Hi, this is Rayan. Pleasure to be here, and make sure to tune in this Friday.
So we talk about the journey of entrepreneurship, and we also talk about the qualities and the values that entrepreneurs need to succeed. This show is brought to you by the Talal and Madi Zein AUB Innovation Park.